real life. It's real life. All right. Back here in Savages in Sobriety. I got my boy Louisiana Joe here.
Yep.
All right. So, give the people a little bit about Joe.
Well, a little bit about Joe. I was born in Mobile, Alabama. 32 years old. Birthday's October 6th. Born there to a father. He was a Hells Angels biker. Wasn't exactly the nicest person. He wasn't a really good father, but he was a really good friend. My mother, I didn't really know her when I was about 2 years old. She darted like she did on every other child that she ever had and left us all. She had 6 kids total, and every time when we were 1 or 2 years old, she would hit the door and we'd never see her again. I was adopted out at that point because my dad was pending a sentence. Well, I don't remember the charges that he was being shot with, but
Enough to lose his kid.
yeah, enough to lose his kid, and enough to where my mother again, to where she's like, I'm not sticking around, and put me up for adoption. My grandparents didn't know about it, so I ended up being sent to orphanage. I got sent over to a family out of Brooklyn, New York, Mark and Michelle Barcola, and I stayed with them until I was about 7. They were both killed in 9/11. At that point, I was sent back into the orphanage system. Luckily, my grandparents, they were able to locate them, my dad's parents, and they were fucking enthused. So they fucking took me at that point. They adopted me, which was the most amazing thing ever. My grandfather, my Papa Joe, raised 11 kids altogether. Me and my brother, older half-brother, being the 10th and 11th ones. That were not his kids, but he officially deemed us his kids.
Yep.
And stayed with them. So I graduated high school, joined the Navy, did that, was wounded in Afghanistan, got medically discharged, and at that point, started really using and drinking,
Yeah.
I drank heavily before that point, but I never really used, and started living with my dad. Me and him became really good friends and started living together, and we'd use together. I'd share my pills with him, he'd share his with me, and we did different drugs. He was the first person I tried methamphetamine with, first person I tried heroin with, all kinds of different shit, all did it with him. So that's about it,
Yeah, well, I mean, sounds like a very familiar story.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service, by the way.
Thank you.
So what led you to sobriety? Well, so
Okay, get my leg here one more time?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So regardless of how many attempts or how many rounds of sober living rehab, this time around, what brought you to this program?
What brought me to this program was last year. This is only my second time around. I went to rehab last year with Avenues and did that with them. I was going to do sober living and move out here, but I ended up getting with my now ex-wife, and we were going to try to make it work. We were just separated at that time, moving towards divorce, but we decided to try to make it work. Obviously, it didn't. It went to shit, really fast. Like hell in a handbasket, as they like to say. And at that point, I moved out here after we separated and officially said we were going to divorce. At that point, back in May this past year, 2025, and thought I had it, I thought I was good, man, but I ended up slipping up and really drinking, hitting cocaine, hitting fucking anything I could, you know what I mean, and just sliding. So I called Avenues again, and thank God they had a fucking place for me, man.
Yeah.
And in this program, I don't know, it was just out of nowhere, it came to me, and I didn't even want to come to Aurora, I wanted to go to Fort Collins or Colorado Springs. I wanted to go somewhere other than just Denver and the surrounding area.
Yeah.
I wanted to get out of here
I do.
and explore the rest of Colorado.
Yep.
But I'm glad I came here, it's awesome,
It is. It's a fucking damn good vibe, bro.
Yeah.
I love the vibe of this house.
Exactly.
And the ex-wife thing, I gotta give a shout out. I don't miss you, but I do love you, beautiful. So, because you're still relatively young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, what are your aspirations?
I'd really like to get back into school and maybe study engineering and start an engineering firm that works with insurance companies. I've worked with as an insurance adjuster for the past decade almost, since 2016, working wind and hail, and I got into that to where I started working more claims and more, and then I moved to desk adjusting where I worked attorney represented litigation claims, and the amount that the insurance companies and other parties parties on the insured that's not affiliated with the insurance company that consult insurance companies, not insurance, engineering firms
Mm-hmm.
to determine whether something's mechanical, whether, you know, non-storm related damages,
Right.
or if it is astronomical. And
Right.
they bill literally for like anywhere from
Right.
$1,000 to $3,000 a fucking invoice.
So you're talking civil engineering.
Yeah, civil engineering.
Okay, so that's for those that you don't. For those of you that don't know, there are many facets of engineering. The one that incorporates all of them is civil engineering. So one of my commonly asked questions, because I'm extremely fascinated by sober dates. My mentor, friend, big brother, Brian Hummel, he's not against a sober date. He just doesn't like the concept that people have started weaponizing.
What do you mean weaponizing?
So we had a guy in one of our programs, and he had a decent amount of time under his belt.
Okay.
He slipped, but didn't fail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he stayed strong with his original date, which we're all okay with.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The fact that he put as much into what he did and how he did it,
Yeah.
it was fucking inspirational. You know what I mean? That one little slip didn't deter him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It obviously he fucked up, right? And as time went on, a particular somebody, you know who I'm talking about, they decided to make a big fucking deal. Well, so they turned around and fell off the fucking wagon and took two people with them.
Yeah. Damn.
And
After making a big deal?
well, no. So that's why they did.
Okay.
So on their way out, they decided to call out my friend and say, "Oh well, they did this, they did this."
Fuck.
But in comparison, this person took two other people and pulled them under.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And then tried dragging other people along with them as they were leaving the program.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So that's what I mean by weaponizing it.
I do.
You see what I'm saying?
That's real
Um,
shit, yeah.
Because, so, leading to this question, say you're a year in
Okay.
and you slip but not fall. Do you hold on to your original sober date and use that as a red flag?
I would
Or
say,
do you fall back?
I mean, I would say yes, and I mean, I don't know really how I feel about it. I mean, sobriety dates, last time I tried to do it last year, I felt really strongly about it because my sobriety date would have been my great-grandmother's birthday.
Right.
But she was a very pure, she never drank, she never smoked, she never did
Right.
anything.
A massive positive influence.
Positive influence, exactly.
Right.
And that's why I was really big. I was like, that's really cool that my sobriety date fell. Would have been her 106th birthday.
Right. I mean,
You know
that's
what I mean?
right, and that's a good, focal point too. So you don't have to go back and fucking whip through your calendar because you already know what day it is.
Exactly. It just
Right.
stood out in my brain.
Right.
You know. But this time around, it's like, oh, I'm kind of 50-50 on it. You know what I mean? I mean, I think what you're saying, that would be the best point. Use it as a red flag. And if you do completely slip up and you do fall, then of course you can't hold it at that point. But
Right. Well, and that's my biggest thing is, falling off the wagon. I mean, my two biggest things for my guys in my house,
Yeah.
be honest. Not only with everyone around you, but with yourself, most importantly.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you can't be honest with yourself,
Then you're just deemed a failure. You're just.
well, I mean, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's in addiction. The number one thing we do, regardless of how many times we use people, no matter how many times we hurt people, no matter what we take, we're lying to ourselves.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to be honest. You have to be. And if you're a week in, if you're 5 years in, and you find yourself in a dark place, but that dark place doesn't consume you, you're able to get out of that dark place. That is a success. use that as a marker. So as far as the world's concerned, that 5 years, you're 5 years clean. That red marker, that red flag, that's a reminder for you of where not to go, of how not to fall. I didn't fail 10,001 ways. I found 10,001 ways of how not to do it.
Fucking right.
Remember that. So that's cool though. See, I like talking about that because when I first got sober, I was counting hours. Like literally my first 3 months, I'm 214 hours clean. You know what I mean? But it was, it's a first for me. You know what I mean? So it felt good that I'm accomplishing something.
Yeah.
It's like every day, one day at a time.
Felt like a little dopamine click every time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then 3 months came around, woohoo! And then 6 months, I'm like, this is a lot. You know what I mean? So then it goes into months. Now I'm 11 months and 2 days. I'm planning for my year.
Cool.
You know who Ivan Moody is?
No, I don't.
Five Finger Death Punch?
Not really.
So he was a destructive alcoholic.
Okay.
So now every year on his sober date, he buys a fucking bottle. I can't remember what it is, but it's like a fucking $1,000 bottle of liquor.
Yeah.
And he pours it out.
Okay.
I find that inspiring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
like that.
I find that truly inspiring, and that's kind of what I want to do. Just to have that
That kind of control where
that
before you
feeling.
might-
So when you,
Yeah.
because I don't know about anybody else, but I walk by a liquor store and I'm like, so to be able to go in there, not only go in there, but have the control and the mindset to make that purchase and immediately relieve yourself of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
I want to experience that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I feel sober dates are important,
Yeah.
but you don't necessarily have to broadcast it either.
Of course, you don't gotta shout it out to the fucking world.
Well, exactly, because for you to be able to, another part of your regiment, your restructure, you use that like, day 25, month 3, something to look forward to. You know what I mean? Who do you look to for inspiration these days?
Oh, man, I don't really know, to be honest with you. I just haven't put much thought into it. Really, it's I would say my Papa Joe, because he was one of those where he drank and smoked his whole life, from 15 all the way to 80. And then just like that, he quit cold turkey.
Right.
Everything.
Right.
Literally everything. And until he died at 89 years old, he didn't touch anything, he just, that was the thing. I think I look to that for inspiration a lot, because like I said, he was just able to just one day say, I'm done.
Yep.
He quit.
Right.
I was like, damn,
Right.
after doing it that long, every day of his life,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just be able to do that. It's
Well,
just-
and that is inspiring because I was so in the happy days of my marriage, I went home, had a few beers, smoked some weed, did what I needed to do, go to bed, get up, do the same thing. I did that for almost a decade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do.
So diligence. You know what I mean? The strength in yourself to know what you want, what you need, and be able to balance that. That shit's spectacular.
Yes, it
You
is.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the greatest part of our curse, free will, being able to suffocate yourself with it. Being able to drown yourself in your own fucking self-pity.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
I
amazing.
do it, yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. Nevertheless, self-control is huge. Absolutely huge. The difference between maintaining and degrading.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? So I like that. That's definitely inspirational for sure. Where do you see yourself? Because for a while now I've been like, where do you see yourself the first of the year?
Yeah.
Well, we're fucking what?
First
13,
year.
13 days and in 3 months. Where's Joe in 3 months?
I'm hoping Joe in 3 months, has him a good job, and he has him a new truck, and he is just hustling. doing everything that he wanted to do when he was active in addiction, but never got around to it because the addiction was holding him down by the fucking balls. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Where's Joe working?
No, Joe's hopefully working, doing outside field adjusting.
Fuck
For
yeah.
an insurance company. Well, independent, working for various companies.
Right.
Working for a firm out here. There's one called Mile High Adjusters that's really big. I'm hoping to be working for them or for Simco, doing daily claim inspections. And like I said, having a new drug, just doing everything I wanted to do when I was active in addiction, but never got around to it because, again, I was active in my addiction. It was like daydreaming. It was like fantasizing. But now it's not. It's legit. I can just go out there and grasp it now.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so the first of 2027.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself?
I don't know. I really don't think that far ahead, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. I don't.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I don't either.
I can do 3 months, maybe 6 months, but it's hard for me.
Right.
You know?
Well, and a lot of mine comes from the so many years of instability.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? I'm a big dreamer. You know what I mean? So the fantasizing about potentials and you
I
know,
don't want to fantasize and then it not happen and then feel let down. You know?
fucking it's destructive. It's painful. I can't. You know, for a long time I was like, yeah, this is where I'm at. And for a couple of decades it worked.
You know?
I had no problem. You know, and then life decided, hey, I'm gonna test the fuck out of you. And you know, I truly believed that I was strong enough. I mean, I was for 6 months.
Yeah.
To not only hold myself accountable, but carry someone else. I don't know about anybody else. Meth is a hell of a drug.
Fucking is.
That shit drug me down faster than zipping your sack and fly.
Yeah, man. So
It
it's
was-
it's gonna drag you down.
Man, it was fucking bad. Yeah, it was bad. With the experience that you have, what would you have to say for somebody who's swimming in the shit right now?
I'd say, you know, get out of it. Don't make excuses. Stop making fucking excuses and just do it. Just fucking do it to it. Stop making excuses saying, oh, I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do this, or I can't do it because of this. No, you can fucking do it. Get up and just go do it. And start fucking just just dive in and get it done.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one of the big things. I hate fucking excuses. And I know a lot of people do, but that's the one thing that holds most of us down is just making excuses. Whether there's something we can't do it or why we can't do it right now.
Right. Or just the fact that I mean, the excuses part is huge. A lot of mine was the comfort,
Yeah.
you know, the ease. You know, why am I going to go and put myself out there when I can just lay here and wallow in my own self-pity?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? When it's really not necessary. I mean, yes, there's a lot of work that goes into it. Yes, there's a lot of sacrifice and there's a lot of pain that goes into it.
It's fucking scary.
It is.
You know?
But at the end of the day, it's worth it, man.
Yeah.
What I've been able to accomplish in the past 11 months, I mean, I rekindled my relationship with my mom, my family, my kids.
Hell yeah.
I got my dad's Bronco sitting out there. Thank you. You know, I got my license back. I got my YouTube channel. I, you know, pulling sponsors from all over the freaking place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's incredible. And it really, to be honest, the first 3 months was probably the hardest because I had no idea what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's I want to stay sober. I want to stay sober. I want to stay sober.
You have
Okay.
to tell yourself that. Because
Right.
That's how it's going to keep you through the uncertainty of, you know.
And that's
fall
exactly.
back because it's so uncertain. You just want to fall
So-
back and do your thing.
One of the greatest sayings that I've been bestowed with, Josh, replay the tapes. Anytime that you feel something, hear something, see something, you have a notion, replay the tapes. Because we've all been in positions, we've all been in places around people and done things that remind us. So you go back and, okay, well, I'm going to do this, or I want to do this. Yeah. You stop and think, okay, I've seen this video before. Do I want to forfeit or sacrifice what I have now, what I've built, what I've gained, who I am now to go back? That's all you got to do, play the tapes. I don't have much else. I'm kind of tired and I got my ass kicked by that Fiat this morning. Yeah, dude, that's all I can smell is
that fucking oil.
Fucking motor oil, dude. That
fucking motor oil smells delicious.
No, I mean, and don't get me wrong.
I don't get out of clone made out of motor oil.
What? No. See,
diesel.
when I was going to DADC, I was using WD-40 as cologne.
That's funny.
No, that's
it
serious.
Good, though.
No, it really does.
It smells good.
I don't know about y'all these days, but I mean, it works. Yeah. So, leave them with your favorite quote.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm not really good at quoting.
Come on now. I know you got something. It doesn't even have to be just a saying, an affirmation.
Affirmation. I can and I will do this. That's one.
Hoorah!
I can and I will do this.
Tell me I fucking won't.
Alright.
Alright, as always, you are worth it. Never give up. Ever. For any reason. It doesn't matter who, what, when, where, why, or how. You are worth it. Keep it up.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on. I love you all.